Agatha Christie, 1890 to 1976, is one of the most famous writers in the history of detective literature. She wrote more than 66 detective novels, 14 short story collections, and numerous plays. Her novels are among the best-selling books in the world and continue to be extremely popular. Agatha Mary Clarissa Miller was born on September 15, 1890, in Torquay, Devon, England. She was the youngest of three children in a middle-class family. Her father was American and her mother British. Her childhood was peaceful and comfortable, and she was homeschooled by her mother, who encouraged her to read and write from an early age. Agatha showed a talent for storytelling from a young age. Agatha Christie began writing in her 20s. During World War I, she worked as a nurse in a hospital where she got the idea for her first novel. The Mysterious Affair at Styles, published in 1920, was her first novel and introduced the character who would become one of her most famous detectives, Hercule Poirot, the brilliant Belgian detective with the famous mustache. After the success of her first novel, Christie continued to write many highly successful novels. During the 1920s and 1930s, Agatha became one of the world's most famous detective novelists. Some of her most famous works include Murder on the Orient Express, 1934, And Then There Were None, 1939, Death on the Nile, 1937. In addition to Poirot, Christie created another famous character, Miss Marple, a clever elderly woman who often solved crimes. In 1914, Agatha Christie married aviator Archibald Christie, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1928 after her husband's infidelity. During that time, Agatha experienced a personal crisis and disappeared for 11 days under mysterious circumstances. She was later found at a hotel, claiming she had no memory of what happened during that period. After the divorce, Agatha continued writing, and in 1930, she married archaeologist Max Mallowan, a marriage that lasted until her death. During World War II, Christie continued to write. She produced many novels that reflected the tough, global circumstances of the war, yet she maintained her reputation as a brilliant mystery writer. In addition to her novels, Agatha wrote numerous plays. Her most famous play is The Mousetrap, which holds the record for the longest-running play in history. It premiered in 1952 and is still being performed in London today. Many of her novels have been adapted into successful films and television series, further increasing her global fame. Agatha Christie received many awards and honors during her lifetime.